Hello, welcome everybody. It's another manly Monday. We made it. Again. So, thank you for being here. And it was just a rainy day here in Batumi for the last 3 days. Rainy season. It's called winter. Winter and rain, winter and rain. And yeah, so the ground's a little wet. So it's been difficult to get out and run. I know I'm not made of sugar, but I was lazy because it was rainy and I didn't want to run. So bad on me. Bad. Should have no excuses. Whether it's rain, snow, shine, should be out there running every day. It's important for our health to be out and moving and doing things, so we're not, getting out of breath. Good cardio, good life, good things like that. So, but welcome back. It smells fresh and amazing here today. The rain, you love the smell of rain, always, right? Always love the smell of rain. It just feels just amazing. Makes me feel amazing. But yeah, it's good. Just going for a walk this morning. I got new shoes. They're already dirty. But I got new shoes because and found a gym that I like, so I need shoes for the gym. So I got my old shoes that are really comfortable and good, cleaned them up, use them in the gym. So when I'm doing that exercising and things like that, I feel good. And then I got new shoes that they're water resistant shoes. It is the rainy season, so, but I don't want to run yet because they still feel very stiff. They still feel very stiff. So I'm walking to break them in, get them used to them, and then I'll start my running again. But check out this. It's a little Oat River outlet. The water's extremely dirty and gross. Nasty, probably because they throw garbage in upstream. Don't care too much about the environment, probably. But yeah, it's a good day. So just trying to find a place to sit here that's not too wet, so that I'm not walking and shaking you guys. Oh, maybe I can find that little bench area again where I filmed last time. So maybe I'll go there. And just have a little sit down and relax. Oh, maybe there's some benches over here in the trees. Let's see how good that is. Ooh, water. Test the waterproof shoes. Do my feet get wet? Nope. We're good. So yeah, Manly Mondays. Manly Mondays. It's another one. And I thought this time I would make a series. Oh no, these benches are soaked. So yeah, I'll make a series, a little mini series is what I'm doing about, and it's going to be revolved around the question, why should we become men? Why should you become a man? That's what it's going to revolve around. Right? So, how does it affect society? How does it affect the family life, nuclear families? How does it affect your own personal life, your relationships, things like that? What's the importance of becoming a man? What's the importance of that? So that's what we're going to talk about here over the next little mini series, because there's a lack of manliness in the world. It's on the decline, right? To use two major polar opposites here, you got America, right? They have a problem with masculinity, and their problem is that it's too masculine. It's toxic masculinity in America. And and then you got the opposite in China. China has a problem with masculinity as well, but they think their men are too feminine, and it's a lack of masculinity, right? So we can see a trend of downwards masculinity around the world right now, and with that lack of manliness, we're seeing a rise in feminism, transgenderism, wokeism, all these horrible ideologies that are ruining many people's lives. Many people's lives, right? We're seeing the rise of divorce rates around the world. And 78 to 80% of those divorces are being instigated by women. We're seeing a rise in depression around the world, right? And amongst those is the highest rise of depression is in women, right? The fastest growing demographic of antidepressant consumption is women. Men actually have not changed. They've been consuming the same amount of pills that they consumed 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But women's have increased drastically. So, but even though women have higher rates of antidepressant consumption, oh, here's one of those cute little benches again. Let's use it. It can't be that wet, right? It's a little wet. Whatever. It's always a nice place. I just love walking through this little park. It's like the only one in the area. So, but with even though women take in higher amounts of antidepressants than men still commit suicide. Well, I guess YouTube, you can't say it that way. But let's be honest, it's the real life here. Facts are facts, right? Men commit suicide more than women, and it's rising, right? The male suicide rate's rising, and the gap between male and female suicides is rising as well. In 2008, it was about 1.8 to 1 globally, and in 2019, it was roughly 2.3 to 1 globally. So male suicide rates are on the rise, and the gap's getting bigger, right? Marriage rates are dropping, so there's less and less marriages happening. Birth rates, the amount of babies being born is dropping too. Promiscuity of women is on the rise, like drastically on the rise, and it's even affecting the younger and younger generations. Like more and more younger women are becoming more and more promiscuous. So yeah, so that's what this little mini series will be about. In the first video we'll talk about, it'll be a four video mini series, and in the first video we'll talk about the historical and traditionalism of men, right? How men have acted throughout history, right? How they were when we hit things with clubs, to when they were building civilization, to modern day. We'll look at how men acted throughout history. We'll also look at then the roles that men had in religions, right? Religious roles of men, and how God or gods, whichever religion you believed in, commanded men to act like. And then we'll look at throughout history, societies that lacked masculinity and how they failed. So we'll go through that. Then in the second video will be about the biology and instincts of a man. Right? So we'll look at how the biology, the anatomy of a man is, right? The muscles, the hormones, etc. We'll then look at the conscious actions of a man, conscious thought of a man, right? How he thinks, how he plans his life, etc. Then we'll look at the instinctual actions, the subconscious actions of man, and how those influence the conscious actions of a man. In the third video, we'll look at how man affects society, right? So how man affects the nuclear family and what it does in the nuclear family. How man affects the actions of women and how women are acting in modern days, right? And then also the actions of man in the running of nations, how being a man affects the running of nations, right? Like infrastructure, law and order, leadership, etc. So that'll be in the third video. And in the final video, the fourth video, using all the evidence and facts we found in the last three videos, we will interpret that data and come to a conclusion on how to become a man, what you need to do to become a man, right? What actions you can take daily to become a man. And I'll also talk about how I am going to be implementing these actions in my own personal life to become a man, right? To become a better man, not only for myself to be better, but so that by improving myself, I can help improve other parts of society, right? We cannot fix something if we haven't fixed ourselves first. And the only thing you can change is you. I can't change you. You must change yourself. So, but I hope to be inspiring, and I hope this will be helpful, right? I hope this brings a lot of people out of the gutter. I hope this can help people bring happiness, because we've got a real problem in our world today. It's a serious issue. Lack of masculinity, a masculinity issue, man issue. We're missing men. We're missing true men in the world. And it is an issue, and it's destroying our planet. So, yeah, I think it's a very important topic, and over these next, like I said, 4 videos, we're going to discuss it. It'll be a mini-series, and yeah, I hope it can help people. So, but thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on my journey. It's a journey about improving ourselves daily so that we can become better men, better women, better humans. Hence the Why Should We Become Men mini-series I'm doing. Here we don't believe in that wokeism, transgenderism, LGXYZ stuff, feminism, none of it. We believe in reality. We believe in the real world, how the real world acts, how things function in reality, what truth is. That's how we function here. That's what we're working on. And we're working to work on that. Does that really make sense? Not really. See, I got to still improve my speaking. We're working to improve that so we can have better lives. Instead of living in this fantasy world and trying to have a good life in a fantasy world, we're going to confront the real life and live fully and try to have a truly happy life. Because life is hard, life is unforgiving, but life is just life. It's not attacking you, it's just there. And it's a difficult thing. It's like Mount Everest. Mount Everest didn't want to kill all those climbers, but it does. It will kill you if you're not careful, right? So life is like Mount Everest. You have to just learn how to work with it and confront it. And by doing so, you can find your way to true happiness and true prosperity. And that's what we're doing here on this channel. So thank you for joining me. If you like the video, or you're gonna like this mini-series, just like it. Hit that thumbs up button. Daumen hoch. And subscribe so that you can get notifications about the next video for the mini-series and follow along. And I hope it can be a help for some of you guys. So, yeah. Thank you for being here, and as always, until next time.